Thank you for tuning in to the Afternoon Pint. This episode is sponsored by Camilla Najat of Exit Realty, Strategy Up Business Consultants, and ISS Atlantic Security Guard Services. Enjoy the show. And welcome to the Afternoon Pint. I'm Mike Tobin.
I am Matt Conrad.
And who do we have with us today?
I'm Jenny Bovard.
Jenny, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I forgot to warn you about the blind cheers, but I think we did okay.
I think that was actually pretty solid, actually.
We nailed that.
Yeah.
Did I clang you both?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think so. Well, I mean, we'll play back the tape later. I don't really know.
I got a
We'll run
double.
it back.
I got a double clang for sure.
Okay,
so,
cool. Yeah, well, thanks for coming by. And go back just a few episodes, Jonathan Torrens, we were talking about all the projects he was working on. One of them was this super interesting show called The Pretty Blind, and it was with AMI, and you were the star of that show.
Star.
Yeah.
I'm still not comfortable with that word, but I'll allow it.
Cool.
All right.
So I guess I want to kind of jump right into that first. Like, tell us about this show and about how Jenny's life created Pretty Blind.
Pretty Blind is a scripted comedy TV series, and as far as we know, as far as the team knows, it's the first time that an actor who is blind and an actor who has albinism, even calling myself an actor is strange, but it's the first time that such a person has been a lead character in such a show. In Canada, at least.
Wow.
And the really cool thing for me is it's weird to say that I felt a huge sense of responsibility in my role in Pretty Blind as the lead actor and also as an associate producer. And as you said, the show is loosely based on some of my lived experiences as a person who's blind and living with albinism. But I felt a huge sense of responsibility because this is really the first time that a person with albinism and albinistic qualities, my physical appearance and someone who is living with low vision, we're not typically portrayed as like a human being. We're typically villains or some kind of fantastical creature. So that was really cool for me. And then the whole representation piece is really amazing. But to try and make a really long story short, I had this podcast for about 4 years. It was called Low Vision Moments. I had way too much freaking fun.
Wow, 4 years.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's a good run for a podcast.
How many
That is
episodes was
great.
that?
That's a good question. Approximately one per month.
Wow.
We'll put that out there.
Great.
Yeah, so that was an incredible opportunity, and so through that, I got to talk with some really amazing, influential, and really just interesting people in the blind community. And I already sort of had my fingers in different places in the blind community, in sports and some broadcasting and that kind of thing. And so I had some community to draw on and say, hey, come and be on my podcast. But then I got to talk to a lot of people who I just always wanted to speak to, sort of maybe at that celebrity level, stand-up comedians who I admire. And so I collected all these stories with this Low Vision Moments podcast. And I think that was really the catalyst for Pretty Blind. Also through AMI, I got to work with a couple of guys at Flow Video, Mike and Brad, and they came to me one day and said, hey, Jenny, we really enjoyed working with you on this Dungeons and Dragons documentary. We want to do something more with you in your podcast. And I was just like, hell yeah, okay. Like, I have a hard time saying no to things.
Can you pause for a second on the Dungeons and Dragons documentary?
Okay,
What's
guys.
that?
I don't love my performance in this documentary. I'm a participant in this really cool doc called Dark Vision, and it's really centered around a group of us who are blind and low vision playing Dungeons and Dragons and learning how to make it accessible with different levels of vision.
Okay, cool.
And, you know, I may or may not have tried on some really bad accent, but it was a lot of fun. And so these two guys came to me and said, hey, we want to work with you some more. And, you know, I don't know, we mulled over a bunch of different little ideas that we could do with the stories from the podcast because they're so funny. Like I would be getting messages from people who say, I'm walking down the street listening to your podcast, or I'm in a public place and I'm just losing it laughing and it's embarrassing. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. And then I would get messages from parents of kids who are blind. And they're like, I'm listening to your podcast and it's making so much sense. And little Timmy's listening to it with me. And I'm like, ooh, you better be careful what episodes you let little Timmy listen to. Because we certainly waded into territory that a lot of, I don't know, things that we don't necessarily talk about in the open in the blind community, like, you know, how your white cane can maybe make you feel like a vulnerability. It can make you feel more vulnerable. And you know, like, how do you meet up with a date if you're blind? Like, how do you go find them at the restaurant? How do you disclose that? And what crazy shit do you get into?
That's
when
an
you're
interesting
blind?
concept.
That's a thing I never really thought about. Like we talk about blind dates, but like literally kind of a blind date, right? And
literally.
Yeah.
Like we were great to bump right into you, literally right in front of the Garrison Brewery here today. Yeah, so that made it like super easy for us to find each other.
Yeah, turn the corner. It was like, hey.
I was like, hey, couple of friendly guys, or are these the guys that I'm supposed to be meeting? My plan was actually, and this is like blind logistics, I was planning to get here early, post up in here so y'all could come and find me.
Right.
I didn't have to go looking for you.
Smart.
But I mean, so this podcast, we collected all these incredible stories, and they're the things that just happen when you're trying to go about your day. You know, they're embarrassing, they're frustrating. Speaking of like just a night out, I was out for a birthday dinner with a couple of my girlfriends, and we had a couple of drinks, of course, and one of their partners was coming to pick us up, and I'm the one with the most sight. So I'm like, oh, that looks like so-and-so's car. That's definitely your man's car. Let's all pile in the back seat, because I'm the one with like the most vision. I really only have between 5 and 10% vision compared to what you all see with perfect eyesight. So just to give it a bit of context, but I ushered us all into the car. Come to find out, it was the wrong car.
Oh, gee.
We're all in the back seat, but everyone had a great laugh. And again, it's like you're embarrassed in the moment, but you have to have a laugh about it afterward, because like that person driving that car, they now have a fantastic story to go and tell people for years to come.
Yes. You actually probably made that person's night.
That's the hope.
/ like maybe week or month, because that story coming from my father is, you know, wears glasses, but he's not visually impaired. And he's gotten into a few vehicles that he thought people were picking him up and things. And these stories are still told years later. So you probably actually really made someone's day and has, you know, made several people's day.
I've gotten the wrong vehicle, just not paying attention.
That does not surprise me.
I say this often about low vision moments and blind moments. Like, they can happen to all of us.
Of course. Yes.
Right? This is more likely to happen to us. So getting back to how Pretty Blind came about, I don't know how all the magic happened behind the scenes, but Brad and Mike and I, we came up with a concept script, and we brought it up to AMI, the broadcaster, and we said, we really like to do this thing. And it was still fictionalized, but I'm the main character, and there happens to be another character whose name is Eve, and my husband is also named Eve, but they're not together yet. And so there's an air of romance in there too. Will they, won't they? And so AMI loved the idea, and they were kind of like, why haven't we thought of this? And they were able to connect us with Jonathan Torrens and the dream team that I ended up getting to work with. I still ask myself, what business do I have working with these professionals? But they made those connections, and AMI luckily at the time was really looking to shift to get into scripted stuff. They had really never done that before. And so this is really new for the broadcaster too. It's all new for all of us. And Jonathan went and listened to the podcast, and he told me he found it funny, and I got to meet him, and it was all just very say yes to everything, Jenny, because this is unbelievable what's happening. And then it all came out of that. Cool. Oh my God, that was a long answer.
That was a great answer.
That's perfect podcast answer.
100%. I mean, what I feel I like about this show is I kind of go back to what you said. You just said it for a moment, but about albino low vision folks, I mean, talk about a one-dimensional character if they ever do get showed on television,
yeah.
right? So what's really cool about this show, in my opinion, is that you get to kind of show the complexities of everyday life, and all the things you're describing to me, what comes to mind is like Seinfeld almost, or like a classic, contemporary kind of style sitcom where you're just living your life, right? And that's what you were aiming for, right? Like you wanted to have a show where you're just living your life.
That's exactly it. And it's bringing people along who maybe don't have that personal connection to disability or blindness or low vision or albinism. There's a little bit of everything in there because we were really lucky to have representation from other people living with blindness, which was really cool. In one episode, we have 6 actors who are blind. And I don't think that's ever happened in one space. Maybe I'm wrong there, but it feels like that's pretty monumental. And so, yeah, we're bringing people along for that experience, you know, and it's not to make people who don't get it feel bad about not getting it, but with the magic ingredient of comedy in there, I think that's what kind of removes the shame of like not knowing and just like have a laugh with us about this.
Right.
We're all ignorant about something.
Yep.
I don't know everything about everyone else's experience. And if you can learn a little something by witnessing, there's one scene where I'm having a really awkward interaction with a man at a bus stop. And he's asking some really intimate questions that you and I would imagine the three of us would not even fathom asking such questions of a complete stranger at a bus stop. So those things really happen. And people behave strangely toward blind people, and it challenges us on the daily.
I think that's the good thing about having a comedy is we can all laugh together, and I think, you know, people can become uncomfortable because they're not 100% sure what they should do, and so the intention is good. It's like, hey, I don't want to offend you and do something that would be offensive. So now I just like, you almost kind of like recoil back, or like you're just kind of like, what do I do here? Right. And it becomes an awkward situation, which I know not from a person with like any type of sight issues would be, but I know from talking with other people that, you know, if you pick up an accent and you don't understand that and you're like, I'm sorry, what did you say? You didn't do anything wrong. You're not being mean. You're actually trying to make sure you heard what they said properly, but that reminds them that also I didn't say that right. I'm different than you, and things like that. Like that's something that can also happen.
We're all human.
Yeah.
Right. We're all human beings. And I think that's one of the things we're trying to drive home with the exceptional writing that I had so much help with in telling these stories. Mark Forward, and again, Jonathan Torrens, and we had another comedian, Dan Berger, who also lives with partial sight. He was in the writer's room too. So we had all these people building this world. And, you know, the thing is it's everyday life and it's relatable stuff. We all have a boss that we've been like, okay, that boss means well, but like they really shouldn't have said that in that way.
Like a Michael Scott kind of moment.
Like a Michael Scott. You got it. Exactly. It's definitely that kind of feeling. But yeah, we are just everyday people going about our lives, and these embarrassing things happen, and the world around us doesn't necessarily get it.
Yeah. But it's good to laugh about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, I have to ask now, at low vision person working with other low vision people, my gosh, I've directed plays and theater plays. Now, I've never directed a bunch of folks with low vision. I imagine that would be a whole new challenge in terms of framing and setting a scene and having people looking and being in it, blocking, stuff like that. How did you guys address those challenges?
The exercise of okay, let me start again.
Sure.
So, Pretty Blind, in this employment experience for me, I have never felt more seen, heard, understood in my life. And I never thought I'd say that about the TV industry. I have a diploma in film and TV production. I went to college wanting to be behind the camera, wanting to be behind the scenes. And all of a sudden, I'm in front of the camera. When I tried getting into that industry way back when, I learned very quickly I didn't know what my needs were. And I don't think people would have heard and understood my needs at that time. And this team that has been carved out for Pretty Blind is still a very special and unique thing, because we had to address a lot of really real barriers. Okay. All the way. So it started from pre-production. I had to explain from the get-go, things like light sensitivity. If you imagine a TV set, there are bright lights.
Very bright lights, yeah.
So we took all of my needs and my access needs and the other needs of the other actors who are blind and have different needs. The production team took them and they relished in the challenge. So our director of photography, Tim Momburquette, he really problem solved so well with the lighting. And what he did is he found cameras that didn't require as much light.
Okay.
All right.
And
Yeah.
Used a high exposure to get more light in with the that makes a lot of sense.
And the show looks great.
Yeah, it
We
does look
look
good. I've seen trailers, clips.
great.
It looks very very modernist
looks
picture,
good.
professionally done.
Yeah. And again, just talking about being on set and light sensitivity, even getting my makeup done. The artists were the makeup artists, hairstylists. They were like, yeah, we can do it in a darker space. It's fine. Like typically we'd have big bright lights on you, but we can work with this. Yeah. Crew would be blocking out all the windows on set, so there was no inconvenient lights coming in. The set environment itself, there were always clear paths of travel. So that is something that maybe would help everyday sets in increasing access, right? And Jonathan has some experience working with an actor who's a wheelchair user on other projects. And so I think he's already had some experience thinking outside the box, to use a cliche, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. If there's a need, if there's a barrier, there's a way to address it. And they really, they really took up the challenge. The whole crew really understood the assignment. And I credit that mainly to Jonathan. He's not only an amazing writer, director, actor, he's so incredibly talented, but he's a really good leader and a mentor as well on set, and getting everyone to sort of buy in and understand what the assignment is. And so we always had clear paths of travel with myself and with the other actors. We would have time anytime there was a set change, every within a scene, things are being moved around constantly. And when you're blind, you tend to need to come in and orient yourself to the space, especially if you're going to be moving around that space and trying to look natural like an actor or something. And so, we were allowed time every time the lights and the cameras moved and shifted. Every time we changed locations, we were given time ahead of time to come in and get familiar with the space. And we used tactile markers on the floor instead of a visual mark.
Okay, I was on the hit your mark. That was the number one thing in my mind when I asked that question.
Yeah, and there are other ways of doing that too, right? We put a little tactile rope underneath the markers on set, and that's something that I took from a sport goalball that I play, where we use tactile indicators on the floor to map out the court.
So goalball, I was going to ask you about this.
Oh, it's a whole other conversation.
There's someone we work with that their daughter, I think, plays goalball.
Oh, I probably know them.
Yeah, so it's a whole thing. I've seen videos.
Goalball is a sport, man. It's a serious sport.
It's
fun to watch.
We have some good teams here in Nova Scotia. I know that they've gone to nationals and stuff like that too. I mean,
international. So just recently, the Canadian men's team represented Canada at Worlds in Brazil. Half of that team was from Nova Scotia.
Wow.
3 of the 6 players were from Nova Scotia.
Why do you think it's making such great athletes from Nova Scotia in this sport?
I honestly think it's the dedication of a handful of individuals. Our organization is 100% volunteer run. Our coaches are volunteers, and the participation and the dedication doesn't compare to anywhere else across the country. I said it.
This episode is brought to you by Camilla Najat with Exit Realty Metro.
Camilla Najat is an experienced real estate agent who prides herself in finding the perfect home for her clients. Camilla can help you with a comparative market analysis to help determine the value of your home if you're planning on selling, or help you determine the going rate for the neighborhood you're moving into. She can also work with you at your pace.
You can reach Camilla by calling 902-880-8429 or email camilla@exitmetro.ca.
Also, you can find her on Facebook at Camilla Najat, Exit Realty Metro.
There you go.
No, that's
Shots fired. Oh God, I'd like to come back to goalball, but just to back on the show, I just really wanted to know about like critical reception. Like, how has the show been received, or how have you got feedback? Have people been positive or negative? Like, what's the general feedback you've received so far?
I am pleased to say I've not had any negative feedback, which is really, really nice. It's been the most rewarding responses I've received have been from people in my community, particularly the people in the my Albino Mafia family.
Albino Mafia. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Albino Mafia is a family of the overarching blind mafia organization. another discussion for another day.
I want to stay here for a minute.
Yeah.
So you have a group of friends that all have low vision and are albino. Is that
anyone
the
with
story?
albinism is in the albino mafia,
Oh, okay.
whether they know it or not.
Okay,
cool.
It's just, I call it the albino mafia because it's a very exclusive club. We're like 1 in 20,000 in North America.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's quite rare albinism, and so getting responses from people who are like, "Oh my God, I've been there. This is so funny. I've experienced this in the grocery store," and they're just like laughing and relating, and that's why I made the podcast, and that's what I love about Pretty Blind is it's like. It's so relatable for us, and there's nothing out there like that for us where we're like, haha, that boss, that boss is clueless. What do they mean put the computer back to normal? Don't they know what Zoom text is? But it's just like it's our thing.
Yeah.
And again, Cosa Nostra, our thing. I don't know if you can keep that in. But,
That's fine.
but it's a very it's so relatable, and that's the feedback that I've really enjoyed. But we've already been renewed for season 2.
Amazing.
So if that says
Congratulations.
anything, that I'm super proud to say that.
I'd love to see something like this on Netflix or something, though,
Me
right?
too.
I mean, it's cool that it's on AMI, but I really think that it has the type of potential where I think everybody should be able to find this show easily. Like AMI, can you just stream that channel individually?
buddy.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Right on.
So what's really great about AMI is it is a cable TV channel. Full disclosure, guys, I don't have cable anymore.
No. No, just kidding. No, not many people.
What?
do. What? This show's over.
But all the best stuff on AMI, you can stream it on demand at amiplus.ca.
Okay.
Don't fool with the app. Don't fool around with the app. It's not
Good to just stream
most reliable,
on the laptop or
Yeah.
phone or whatever.
yeah.
Cool.
But it's true to see. I personally think, and I'm sure everyone around this table does, that we need to see more Canadian content on like Netflix and things like that, right?
It's becoming a big theme of this year.
It's becoming a big thing. I honestly, I don't know how Disney, to take shots, I guess, from Disney Plus. I don't know how Disney Plus gets away with it. I think it's just anything that Ryan Reynolds is in.
They were
can
told
count.
that they had to do it, and then most of the streaming services said no.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it.
Netflix is the only one that actually seems like they're trying.
Netflix was doing a lot early on, and Netflix was also getting bullied the hardest by the CRTC in the beginning, right? Like, and then, eventually they're just big enough that they're like, what are you going to do? Take it away, or will you be mad at you, Canada? You can't do that. They pretty much do that, I think.
But I do feel like Netflix tries, at least. They do have like a Canadian spot, and some things have come and gone on there. But I mean,
Crave does a pretty good job.
Crave does do a good
but
job.
I think they get money too. Like, I think
Probably.
they get like CRCTC dollars, and then also to be a cable provider, you got to spend so much of your keep back on Canadian content. So they have a relationship where even though they're a streaming service, because they're also like Super Bell, right? They have to, but they do have to give some of that money back. Even Eastling has to like put so much money, like they're like a private, smaller company, and they have to put so much money into their community TV because of the regulations with CRTC and stuff. So it's It's challenging when it gets outside of that. When it gets outside of cable and streaming, I think it's really really tough for them to get Canadian content on.
But the thing is, like, listening to your show, and it sounds like because now I very much actually want to go back and like watch this thing. And it sounds like they've done a really great job at not like kind of making it like the token thing, and they've done it well
It's
where
not
everyone can laugh.
inspiration porn.
Yeah,
And I'm not
There you go.
inspirational.
Yeah.
I'm not here to inspire anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly motivational. I'm not exceptional. And I think that that's part of the trope that we've been fed
Yeah.
over, I don't know, forever. That and as a blind person, even growing up as a blind person, that's kind of what I experienced. Is like you're either like some super talented musician, or you're super academic, or you're like gonna climb Everest, and it's just like, yo, I just want to go to work and like maybe find a man and like have a beer and go for a bike ride. You know, I just want to enjoy myself. Like, sure, I have goals, but you know, I'm not. The show is not meant to be inspirational or motivational, and I think I actually say that. We took some verbiage from my existing podcasts because in the show, I'm a bit of an aspiring podcaster. You guys might really like it. It might be a little.
This sounds totally.
I'm
totally
going to go
like
check
our
it
show.
out, honestly. Like, I'm definitely going to go and check it out. I try to support a lot of Canadian content. And I feel that Canada puts out some... I don't know. I don't know how to kind of like really... But they've nailed certain things that are a little bit different, better than some shows that I feel that like the United States does, right? Like they've had Little Mosque on the Prairie, they've had Kim's Convenience and things like that, like where you can cover off people who are in like minority type situations and do it where you're just showing their life and it's not a novelty.
I couldn't agree more. I think if we keep making it, the attention and the streaming services hopefully will come. Maybe if I get the Blind Mafia to start writing some letters.
There you go.
But I think the key is to keep making the stuff.
Yeah.
And keep doing whatever we can do to expose people to it.
Yeah.
You know, I think of, man, there's so much good Canadian content out there. I just rewatched Pontypool. It's a Bruce McDonald movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like a zombie movie, but not a zombie movie. It's so uniquely Canadian. I'm not going to give it away. If I tell you more about it, it'll just give the whole
Pontypool.
thing.
How do you spell Ponty?
Ponty.
Okay.
Pool.
Cool.
And then I just watched Fubar again on a plane.
Fubar's great. They got a Fubar 2 coming out now.
Fubar 2.
Just around the corner.
Yeah. It's endless.
Yeah.
Awesome. So do you think you can make us a goalball movie next? Is that going to be in the works? I mean, it needs to happen.
We can compromise. There's a goalball episode. There's
Yeah?
a whole goalball episode.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah. And there's a rival team.
That's exactly what I want to see. I think that would be funny.
It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous episode, but it does a good job at, again, sort of introducing the sport of goalball in a not boring way, in an accessible way, in a funny way too.
It's like dodgeball. But
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of dodgeball. We are literally throwing ourselves in front of the ball to keep it from
but
going into our net.
I meant the episode and the movie Dodgeball kind of thing where they focus on the rivalry and
Did you ever see the movie Dodgeball?
Yeah, I saw the movie Dodgeball.
15, 20 years
of
old now, is
course.
it?
dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
That's the best part of the whole movie.
Now in goalball, they're throwing wrenches at each other just to build up that endurance. Yeah,
That'd be awesome. Yeah. It'd be a cool starting scene. Yeah. You ready for additions? Yeah. For the team.
people just standing there flexing and throwing wrenches at them.
Just got a bucket of wrenches. Yeah.
You got to make the wrench audible, though.
Yeah,
You got to put like a beeper or some shit on it to give the blind people a chance.
Oh, yeah.
right,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah.
We're all blindfolded out there.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, like it's cool that they. I mean, I don't know where goalball came from or where it was invented or anything like that, but it's.
I can tell you.
Oh, please.
So,
Give us a history.
goalball was invented post World War II in an effort to help rehabilitate veterans who had been blinded or had
no
lost
way.
some of their vision. Yeah, and it has since grown exponentially since then.
Wow.
In the 70s, it became a Paralympic sport, and now it's growing just again exponentially internationally and in Canada. In Canada, we're actually just having our first dedicated goalball court built in Ontario, so that's coming.
Okay,
cool.
So the national team will have somewhere to compete. But yeah, so they used to play on a carpeted surface, as painful as that sounds.
Oh, cool.
So it has evolved a lot. And even since I've been playing, the rules have evolved a bit to make it a faster, more competitive sport.
Do you know whereabouts where it was created?
That's a good question. I think it's American.
Yeah, it's American. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, that's cool though. Like
It's the greatest name, goalball.
Yeah,
it's just so straightforward.
I just found out
I like
about this
it
was like 3 years
aggressive.
ago.
I like it. It's just to the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Goalball.
Just figured out. Like I just heard about it 3 years ago. I had no idea it was a thing, and then someone I work with mentioned it and said that they do a lot of work within that community, like the goalball community. So we were getting updates on all the things. So I feel like I'm up to date on it. I got to go and actually watch a game, I think.
We're seeing a lot more international coverage, which is really nice too, to have like live commentary and play-by-play. And the Worlds competition, that was all streamed online. But even during the Paralympics, there's a little bit of coverage on the CBC, which is incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know why more people aren't watching goalball who are not blind. It's extremely entertaining. When you think about it, it's 6 blind people throwing a ball as hard as they can at one another, and they're diving at all costs, throwing themselves in front of this ball.
Sounds awesome to me.
Honestly, it sounds like when someone explains it like that, it almost sounds like this is mean and cruel to people, but
It's brutal. The guys throw the ball like 65 kilometers an hour
okay, yeah,
at another human being.
yeah. That's legit.
Yeah, that would hurt.
I've seen some videos. Like I've watched some videos, but I haven't actually watched a full game. But I've watched some videos.
I've watched clips and stuff. Yeah.
It definitely seems like it would be a highlight blooper reel. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We host a tournament here in October, so I'll send you guys the details.
Maybe AP should go to the tournament, dude.
Oh,
Are we
100%.
going to be? Because we cover events now. We're big media Mongols. We just did that.
Did you say
Well, what is
Mongols?
it? What are
Moguls.
Moguls?
you got to edit that out?
No, we'll keep. What's it?
You can't say that.
Oh, okay. We're big media moguls.
Yeah, moguls.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I said the wrong word. I'm
You
sorry.
did? Yeah.
I think I should leave it in just
For educational purposes.
for educational purposes. Yeah.
Awesome. Completely off track.
Sweating here now.
Okay.
But where was I? Completely off track. Yeah. So
We're gonna because we're huge moguls in media now. We're gonna go cover an event. We're gonna go watch this goalball tournament.
goalball.
Yeah.
You'd be
'Cause we're
welcome to.
media moguls.
Yes.
Atlanta Canadian.
Yes, exactly.
But you have to be quiet while the ball is in play.
Yeah. You can't talk during the because they got to hear the ball move.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. So, okay. Yeah. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. There's no music during or all that stuff and like whatever. Yeah. So
This could be really cool.
listen, anyone who watches golf.
What date is it? What's in October? Do you know?
I don't
Top of
know off
mind?
the top of my head.
No, that's okay. We'll figure it out.
I'm not a good board member.
No, that's all right. I just want to ask a little bit about your career now. Like, so what do you do when you're 9 to 5? You had a pretty interesting job. This episode is brought to you by Strategy Up. Strategy Up is a business consulting firm led by Mark Zerka, who has over 20 years' experience in building commercial strategies that will up your game, organize your teams, increase your productivity, and grow your business.
Whether you're a construction company looking to grow your revenue or a busy restaurant owner just trying to keep the doors open, Strategy Up can help. Strategy Up's boutique-style consultations will help you improve business process across nearly any industry.
Being a successful entrepreneur does not mean you have to be an expert in everything. Strategy Up specializes in building a relationship with you. Once pain points in the business are realized, Strategy Up will introduce process and technology that will power up your game to the next level.
A successful business requires investment. Your next step towards growth starts now. Email info@mystrategyup.com for a free business discovery call. Up your game with Strategy Up.
By day, people trust me to be a mentor for children and youth who are blind and have low vision. And so I work with school-aged kids and sometimes kids younger than that and their families. And it's an organization that I was served by when I was school-aged, and they equipped me with things like, like learning how to get around independently and safely, and learning magnification and how to do all those really practical things and how to be successful in school, and learning all the right technologies and access technology and that kind of thing. And so I don't really do those things. I get to do everything else. I get to do all the fun stuff. So, how do you find fun and recreation and what you're interested in when, maybe the typical things at school aren't built for you, aren't accessible for you? How can we make phys ed class? What do they call it now? Do they call it phys ed?
I still call it gym.
I don't know what they call it.
Let's just call it
I know the
gym.
kid goes to it. I forget what she calls it. She does not like going to it.
Yeah.
Most of us didn't, for different reasons. But and so I get to do all the fun stuff, and sometimes the more difficult conversations, like dealing with your blind identity, I guess I would call it. So, typically at 16, you're looking at getting your driver's license. So guess what? They don't let us drive. And that is that's a big deal, right? And so I get to do that kind of stuff and support families and learners and help them enjoy life and make the most of it. So that's really rewarding. And then I'm really hoping to get back into the podcasting thing, though, because this is just like a little fix, and I really like it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. But that's so cool. You provide mentorship. You really show people you're someone who kind of made it in a sense, and kind of really, you can live a life and you can have a future. Because when you're a teenager growing up, I'm sure there's probably days where you just feel pretty hopeless as you see your friends succeed at things and go through life. It'd be pretty tough.
It's a lot of work living with a disability, right? Like, it's not like it can't be done. It's not like you can't have a good, successful life. It's just, let's face it, it's more work. There are more hours in planning and devices and technologies to learn, and then once you embrace those things, it gets a lot smoother. But when you are school-aged, you just want to blend in and fit in with everyone.
100%.
So whipping out your white cane at recess, or, asking a friend to help you find the other group of friends because you don't know where they went on the school playground, these are real things that these kids have to deal with. And so to build up the resilience and the confidence to do that, talking with people like me, but also spending time with peers to really normalize things, that's huge, right? Finding people who get it and who you can have those conversations with, that's really huge.
Are you hopeful for any of the technologies that are becoming available to help with vision? Because it seems like there's been some major advancements in this in the last few years.
Yeah.
And it's hard to know what's real and what's not, because if you see it on Instagram one day, they're like, you can cure blindness with a pill, and but then you know what I mean. So you really don't know what's what anymore. But when you look up the scientific journals and stuff, it seems like they're making a ton of advancements in this field.
It is mind-blowing. It is a totally different world than when I was in school. I, used to carry around a handheld analog magnifier, like a magnifying glass. And I used to have to print off MapQuest maps and memorize them. Right. Y'all remember Are you guys old enough for MapQuest?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think we're all at the same age by MapQuest, yeah.
Thank God. And so I used to have to, have all these different devices. And then when I would use a computer, I would need additional softwares and all these extra things. And now my iPhone does all that shit. Mm-hmm. It's a one-stop shop. It's it's one thing. It's my magnifier. It's my maps. I can take a photo of a menu and have it read me audibly what's on the menu because of optical character. I almost said optic. octopus. Optical character recognition, which is like not even a new technology. It's just new in our phones. And the big thing now is meta glasses.
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting for all the glitches
Yeah.
for a few versions to come out before I invest in them. But that's a game changer to be able to walk down the street and, like, for example, just outside of this tap room, I had no idea what that sign said out there. I almost walked into the wrong door. If I had the meta glasses, I could have just looked up at the sign, asked it to read it to me, and I would have known I was in the wrong or right place.
To be fair, you met up with us, and Mike
almost went in the wrong
Mike
door.
almost took you into the wrong place. So
My vision supposedly is okay. Mental parts, there's other things going on up here that he might need.
But think about reading a food menu.
100%.
No,
When we picked out our beers, I took out my phone
That's
and
right,
I
I
used
saw that,
my
yeah.
magnifier.
Right.
If I had the meta glasses, it would have been that much more seamless.
Oh,
it
so
would have
cool.
just been
Yeah.
boop boop right in my ear.
And like the new, for folks with hearing loss, the new Apple AirPods can help with hearing loss, and they can help with translation.
yeah, that's
Right?
crazy.
Live translation.
Yeah.
We can now hear other languages and hear it in our ears in English.
That's a scary thought for people who were talking about people
Pardon?
in a different language.
Oh, that would be so cool.
You have to. Yeah, but you know what though?
Yeah. I just thought
with
of that.
the way the world is today, I think you always have to be a little worried about that. Like, you never know who speaks a language, and I think you should my wife has learned this where she has said stuff in French, and the person she was talking about spoke French, and made a comment back, and they were like, "Oh, shite!" Right?
Yeah.
Merde.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Merde.
I think the cool thing about technology is that out of the box, so to speak, this stuff has all these access features. It's not even necessarily designed with disability in mind. A lot of these things are designed with convenience and efficiency in mind, or fun. But at the end of the day, it's like, ooh, this is really helpful. But I think too, attitudes are changing, right? Like accessibility and access used to be an afterthought, and we're really seeing a little bit more it being at the forefront of design and decision making. Let's not even talk about the medical advancements.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So let's get into that.
Well, they're not curing what I have anytime soon.
Right.
But but there are. Have you guys seen the tooth and eye surgery?
No.
It's for, I don't know exactly which eye conditions it is, but there are certain eye conditions where they take one of your teeth and they put it in your eye socket.
What?
And it helps regenerate your eyeball cells.
No way.
And it restores some vision. Yeah, they're just starting to do it in Canada.
What?
Yeah.
I
So
got a tooth and eye?
tooth and eye surgery.
I'm looking this up, man.
Yeah.
You've been warned. It's a little, be warned. It's a little
Graphic, I imagine.
That's
Yeah,
the word.
well, that doesn't
Yeah,
bother me. But
that's
yeah,
all right. Yeah.
I'm fascinated.
Sounds pretty fascinating.
Can I ask you a deep philosophical question?
Yes.
Okay, so given that at this point in your life, and we were talking about medical advancements, and you were saying that they're not curing what you're having, but if they could, how much, like, if you could wake up tomorrow and see, how much do you think that would affect who you are as a person? Like, because your whole identity has been shaped as a personality based on your lack of vision. And if that could change tomorrow, like, how much do you think that would impact who you are?
I would have so much bloody fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'd be driving the fastest cars. Oh yeah. Oh my, I'd be doing all the things.
Yeah, I
I'd
imagine.
quit my job. Well, I have to, because I couldn't be a mentor anymore. Because I wouldn't be blind anymore. But I see this question asked of people in the blind community. Would you take it if you could have your vision restored?
Yeah.
And to the people who say no, I say they're lying.
Okay.
No, I can't be insensitive like that, but I would take it 1,000%.
Yeah.
And I would take the pigment in my skin so that I don't sunburn in 2 seconds. I'm like literally allergic to the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Albinism is it's a lot of work, like I said.
Yeah.
It's a lot of extra work.
That's, yeah. I mean, I tend to not go out into the sun too much. And I mean, I have Irish skin, but it's not quite
Not quite.
not quite to that degree kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I can only imagine, you'd have to lather up quite often.
I'd like, I would do so many things if I had my vision restored. And that's not to say I don't embrace and appreciate the experiences and the opportunities that this part of my identity has, clearly afforded me over the years. But I was a hot flipping mess for a long time. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
In the 90s, looking like a mythical creature in a schoolyard, that's how people interpret it. It was challenging. It was difficult. There was a lot of bullying, a lot of it was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So you've gained a certain perspective of your personality because of this. And yeah, it's just, I always wonder, like, if you change something that's so much about you, can you stay the same person? I don't think
you.
When
I hear that, I'm never about, like, I mean, I was reading a lot about, like, stuff and the way we identify, like, to remove removing your identity and changing your identity really, doesn't matter. You can always be a different person in a certain sense, and from different ailments or whatever, better or worse, or even just different perspectives. You can totally change your person. Your person really isn't that much of a thing at the end of the day, right? It's just the construct you've created in your mind, so you could recreate that stuff anytime.
We've learned here that Jenny's going to be like driving a race car on the beach, and a convertible race car on the beach. So
soon as Zuckerberg gets a good upgrade on those glasses,
exactly.
we got a whole new problem.
Exactly. Watch out from people down in Crescent Beach where you can drive your car.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, though, just going back to what you were saying, our identities kind of evolve.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're changing all the time anyway. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago.
It's not great if you're not changing.
Yeah.
I think change is such a great thing.
Yeah.
And I think the more you can just be comfortable with that, I think a lot of people, times that they might get stuck in opinions and idealisms and things where problems don't get solved. We'll just say in a general, not talking about anybody here, just generally speaking, that's because you're not taking your mind. You're not willing to just take in some new information, right? You just want to listen to what you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a really tough thing. But anyways, on to happier stuff. Let's go to 10 questions.
Sure.
So we ask 10 stupid questions every show. I don't know how stupid these are, Matt. So some of them are too serious, and you want to make them dumber and funner because you're usually supposed to be dumb and fun, or just introspective.
Call me the dumb and fun guy?
No. I'm just saying if you want to take any of these questions and rewrite them, I put this together pretty quickly today. We had a pretty busy day. Oof. So I'm just saying kind of free fall with the questions. So you can do number one.
No, you can, because it looks like it's written half.
Okay.
It stops, so I don't know what it's only half sentence.
Very bottom?
Yeah, the number one it
says rapid fire fun round or something.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there's questions and then there's more
okay,
questions.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, I'll take number one.
Are you sure you're not blind?
No.
I'm sorry.
That was good. That was a good shot. No, that's a good shot. I accept that.
I can show you some of the access features.
I want them just to wake me up.
I am not blind. I have something that is called husband eyes.
There you go.
That is when, something's right in front of me and yet I can't see it.
My husband's going to hate that.
Yeah, well, my wife will be like,
that home.
Yes. All right, so question number one. Here we are, 10 questions. So what is your go-to comfort food when nothing else matters?
Cookies.
Just cookies.
What's your favorite cookie, though?
Chocolate chip.
Nice.
Yeah. With a little bit of bend.
Oh, it has to.
Crunchy on the outside with a little bit of bend.
All right. I like
Before
that.
the second question, we didn't really touch on it. Did you do stand-up comedy as well for a moment?
No.
No? Okay.
Thank you for thinking that I'm capable of such a thing.
I think you actually could.
I think you totally could. So, but
from this conversation?
No. From moments in like, you could use some of this as material. I think would be probably really fun. Like,
Thank you.
From writing Pretty Blind and everyone else. Yeah. So we're gonna just pretend you said yes to your comedian.
Yes.
So. No.
Question number two, over to you.
If you could have dinner with one comedian, dead or alive, who would it be?
I love stand-up comedy. This is really hard. Probably George Carlin.
Oh,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. He'd be fun.
That's an easy pick too. That's
an
a
easy pick.
solid, good pick. Yeah. All right. Question number 3. So, what is one thing you always carry that helps you in low vision situations?
My iPhone.
iPhone sponsorship.
It is my absolute life.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely lost without it. Well, I'm not. I just rely on other people a lot more.
The B to that question, like, do you find iPhones better than any other phone, or have you used anything else?
I have not really tried to use anything else.
Okay.
And because Apple has done me, has treated me so well over the years.
Fair.
Like,
Yep.
it's so accessible out of the box.
That's fair.
Okay. Question number 4. 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you like running a lot. You ran a marathon or something, didn't you?
Half.
Marathon. Was that recently or something?
I do one every year.
One every
I'm
year.
training for one right now.
Okay, cool. All right. If you could have only one of the two things, beer or running in your life, which one would you choose?
I have to choose running.
Oh my gosh, over beer?
Oh, dude.
Wow.
I love beer, but running is, if I didn't run, I would have to spend a lot more money on therapy, and I can't afford that shit. Races are a lot cheaper.
I mean, alcohol helps with that too. But
Yeah, that's right. But
I have a sensitive tum-tum, so we gotta
too
limit.
much alcohol
there
eventually
you
just
go.
leads to more therapy, though. So.
fair enough. That's fair enough. Question number 5. So, are you a morning person or a night owl?
God, I hate this question. Why does everyone ask this question? I hate it because I
People
have
ask a
to.
lot.
I have to admit that I want to be a morning person so bad, but I'm more useful at night.
Cool.
Yeah, my brain's more active.
That's when
more
the brain
useful
wakes
at
up?
night. Yeah, I hate it.
I'm in the morning. I wish I was at night. But I'm in La La Land nighttime.
Yeah.
In the morning, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
6. FYI.
I'm not keeping track either. Don't worry.
Sorry, no, my eyes aren't the greatest. What's a silly misunderstanding you remember? Oh my gosh. What's a silly misunderstanding you remember recently because of a low vision incident? Like, what's something that happened recently?
Okay. This one's good. So it's kind of a twofer. You get a 2 for 1.
Love it.
Okay. I went to goalball practice. I had a great practice. We went out for a birthday dinner with the crew after. It was a goalball birthday dinner. Then I'm walking through the commons. I'm wearing a hat. The hat goes flying. And when you're blind, it's kind of one of those, oh fuck moments. Where did my hat go? And luckily I had my cane out, so everyone knew I was blind. So a man helped me find it really quickly. So that was really nice. That's not the misunderstanding, but it was like one low vision moment after another. I then got onto a bus, successfully got onto the correct bus, but the bus was really, really busy. And I had shifted in further deeper into the bus, as they tell you to do as it gets crowded. It was really, really crowded. So I'm standing there and they want us to keep moving back because more people are getting on. And I'm like, I can't move anymore. Like, I can't decode my surroundings. It's too visually busy. So I had to not only announce, hey, I'm blind. I can't move anymore. You're going to have to move around me. But then immediately after that, I reached to like try and shift, right? To try and make more room. I reached for the pole to hold on to the different pole and I held onto someone's hand.
Nice.
Full on held a stranger's hand. And so luckily I had just announced that I was blind, so they all understood it. But it was still embarrassing nonetheless.
Right.
I think if I was on the bus and someone did that, I probably would have just reacted in a hilarious way and just,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Just like held the hand back. It's okay. I got you.
I had a laugh. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty harmless.
I also put my arm around the wrong man's waist at a concert once,
oh.
thinking it was my husband.
Okay.
But he understood. He knows.
Yeah, I would hope so.
The man didn't really react.
Listen, maybe he was interested, right?
Pleasantly surprised, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Or stoned.
Or stoned.
One of the two.
One of the two.
Just not have known what's happening.
So question number 7. So which fictional character do you think would get pretty blinded? So, yeah, I don't know what you wrote that. I don't know what you were thinking about that one, but which fictional character? Where was your head on that one?
Mr. Magoo?
Oh, well, I mean, there you go. There. Maybe, yeah.
He's like the worst blind representation.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about Mr. Magoo until this moment in a long time, man. Yeah, that was a pretty rough representation of being blind.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's satire, though.
Yeah, it was a great cartoon.
Right? It's ridiculous.
Let's
hope no one thinks
God.
that that's real.
Yeah, I don't think they do. But
Thurston
didn't
Howell the Third.
What's his
the
name?
guy who does the voice.
they made that a live action movie at one point?
Yeah, I think they did.
Pretty sure they did.
I'm pretty sure you're
And
right.
I think
bad.
it was Naked Gun guy, Leslie Nielsen, that played him.
Was it Leslie Nielsen that did it?
Man, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they made it.
I know the guy, Thurston Howell, like on Gilligan's Island, the guy who did the voice
Oh, okay.
on the cartoon. Yeah.
Gee. Wow. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll accept that as an answer because I don't know what you're thinking on that question. So go number 8 there.
I think I know what I was asking, but we're just going to let it go. I'm just at peace with the question.
All right. I like
Cool. Next question.
it. So number 8 for you.
Oh. What's one of your favorite shows or movies in recent memory? Something you really enjoyed?
Can it be something I'm enjoying right now?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The new Alien reboot.
You like that?
Alien Earth?
I haven't
good.
watched that
Oh
yet.
boy, I am into it.
I'm about 4 or 5 episodes in.
I'm all up to date.
Oh, yeah?
It's
okay.
wonderful.
It's crazy.
I'm loving it.
It's nice to see some context in the alien world. I was just telling you about that the other week.
Yeah.
Kay. I was enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
It's a lot of talking.
I agree.
It is a lot of. It's very
But
dialogue
I
heavy.
feel that it's worth it.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think
it's
it's a bit of a slow burn.
super slow burn.
Right? But then when shit happens, it's kind of worth it.
You're never
to me.
disappointed
Yeah,
when
it's kind of worth it.
when you know the action happens because
Yeah.
like they do a really good alien scene. Some of the best alien scenes I've seen in years are in those movies. Like I've watched everything Alien since Alien. So I love the Alien movies. I even like the Alien vs Predator movie.
I like the new
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
Right? It has me asking questions like, ooh.
That eyeball one was gross though, and
That's
the cat.
probably my favorite.
Oh, that was nasty. Yeah. Oh, ew. Yeah,
It's
but
my
anyways,
favorite.
I thought it was so far so good. Haven't finished it, but I'm bored.
I'm sorry it's not CanCon.
Yeah.
I should have said something Canadian.
No, that's okay.
Makes sense. All good. So question number 9 over here. So a sound you love that most people might overlook. So what's a sound that just resonates with you?
That's a great question. I really like the sound of like coasting on a bike.
Oh, okay. Just
I'm
that
not
feeling
gonna
of like
attempt
when,
it.
yeah, when you like take your feet off and you just coast down a hill
And
kind
you
of
can
thing.
just hear.
Yeah, it'd be hard sound to attempt. I know the sound though.
I don't know how to articulate it, but it's the sound of a bike coasting.
Kind of like a whooshy kind of
Yeah.
chill, gliding
Yeah.
kind of sound. Feels
And like you
you're-
can kind of hear the chain
Yeah.
kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah,
that's
love
that's a great, like, I think that is a sound that most people wouldn't really pick up on, right? I mean, everyone's going to be like, oh, the sound of the ocean, the waves and stuff like that, which I do love. But
sound of a fart.
Let's be honest, farts are inherently funny.
there you go.
Yeah,
So,
pretty funny. Yeah, I still laugh.
question number 10 over here.
Okay. What is one small change in society or media that you wish everyone could adopt? One small change in society or media that you wish everyone could adopt.
I can only pick one.
Yeah, just start with one. You
Just
can do top.
one.
You can do top 3 if you want, or anything that comes to mind. If you have another one, just say it.
In media, this is a challenging question. Can we start casting more people with disabilities as people?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%, yeah.
Can they not always be a hero or an inspiration or
Sorry to say joke, or they have
Yeah.
to with a little bit more
Yeah.
context and
Just
dimension.
like-
Be the
I'm-
main character, basically.
Yeah, not even a main character.
Well, no, yeah,
just
but I mean, like, just a character, like a supporting character or whatever. There's no novelty to it.
I'll give an example. And a friend of mine, she's an African American woman with albinism. She lives in New York. I don't know if she still lives in New York. She was at the time. Anyway, she was an extra on Law and Order, and she has a unique appearance as an African woman with albinism. And she was just like in the gallery in the background. That's meaningful enough,
Right.
just to have that exposure.
Right.
Like, these people are out here. We're out here.
Right.
We're amongst you. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's if we had an array of different people just in background without having to highlight what it is that makes them different. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, that character happens to be blind. They're not necessarily the lead or part of the story. They're just, a show that I really liked was Superstore. And
Such a good show.
another friend of mine, Dennis Hurley, a man with albinism, unfortunately, he was cast as a creepy guy dumping some shit into a dumpster. And I was like, Dennis, I know you got to work, but man. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic.
No,
that was
it's fine.
More real representation.
Like it. Yeah. I think that's our last call. Matt, going to you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So last call is a question that we ask everyone at the end of every episode, and that is, what is one piece of advice that you were given that was meaningful to you that you want to share with us?
I'm sorry for the long pause. You guys ask really good questions.
Thanks.
I don't want to be cliche, but my late grandmother always told me to just be myself. Like, just don't compromise for other people. Be yourself, and self-advocate. I think not only my grandmother, but some people in my life throughout school, self-advocacy is really important. And it can be as simple as helping someone understand how to pronounce your name, because that's part of your identity. And I think that, like, people overlook those things. So learn how to be a self-advocate. And self-advocating includes asking other people for help.
Yeah, that's great.
And all the while be yourself. And that's cliche as hell, but that's it.
I think that's pretty awesome advice.
No, I think it's pretty good advice. But I particularly like the self-advocacy because,
it's never been said on this show. 125 episodes deep, I think.
Never been said.
So you're the first one to say it. So cheers to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Pretty Blind. Check it out on AMI.
No, I will.
Check out Jenny's new podcast that's coming. She just hasn't announced it yet. Maybe just follow her on Instagram or something until that thing happens. And is there anything else you wanted to tell our listeners today?
No, I am so flattered that y'all wanted to talk to me, and it's been a great conversation. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome to come back again next year and have a second round.
Let's do it.
Cheers. All right. See ya.
Thank you for listening to The Afternoon Pint. We are an independent podcast and we need your support. Please take a moment to hit that like, follow, and share button. Email us if you have an idea or suggestion for the show. Please send your feedback. We'd love to hear from you.